Blevins Nation Entertainment and BlevinsNation.com, the place to go for all the best in rock and roll music, new rock, and podcast. So sit back, hold tight, and open up your ears. The revolution is here. Now here's your host, Chris.
I saw you on there and I was like, hell yeah.
Damn right. Man, I tell you what, I got this, I got the streaming thing from John Freeman, about, I don't know, I guess about 10 days ago. And dude, I love the shit out of this album.
So they gave you the record?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just streaming. I didn't actually get anything. You know, it's just it's an email that they send out that so you can listen to and before.
That's badass, dude. I'm glad, man.
Oh yeah, man. I get it. I get it from everybody. From anybody that's on Frontiers and shit. I get their shit early to listen to. So that's cool.
That's so awesome. Well, how you been, man?
Man, I've been good.
Are you playing Memphis?
Yes, playing Memphis on August 21st. It's a Wednesday. And that's opening up for Blacktop Mojo.
So you're playing? No, wait a minute. You're playing with Mojo, right?
No. Yeah, we're playing with them, opening up for them.
Yeah, with Mojo Medicine Machine.
No. Blacktop Mojo. They're out of Texas.
Oh! I got you. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
They're
so
kind of blowing up.
And where is that at?
Minglewood. I think it's Minglewood. It's called 1884 Lounge.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you're playing in 1884. It's in Minglewood. That's a cool little place. It's not real little, though. It's not like little when I say little. Compared to the big room is, but
right.
It's a cool venue, dude. You're going to like it.
Okay.
I played it. Are you, and is that you said that's a Wednesday night?
Yeah, Wednesday night, August 21st. And so far, I know it's us opening the show, and then Lullwater, and then Blacktop Mojo. So,
I'm gonna try to make that. It's a Wednesday night. I should be able to make that, man. I'd love to come. Yeah, I'm gonna do everything in my.
Well, I got you a ticket waiting.
Unless something crazy comes up, I'll be there.
All right. Well, I got you a ticket in my back pocket if you can. So.
Okay. Well, cool. Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, I got to hook up with you, man. I want to hear your band too. I want to see y'all.
Oh yeah.
So what's up, man?
Oh, not much. Let me introduce you here real quick, and we'll talk about some shit. So.
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live right now, but I hadn't introduced you yet. So.
I got you. I'm good. I'm good to go, man. I'm clock working today, dude.
Well, there you go. Well, hell, we ain't got to introduce anything. Everybody knows who this is. I'm talking with Todd Poole, lead singer of the band Roxy Blue. They got a new album coming out, and it's self-titled. It's got a badass cover because it's chrome kind of with Roxy Blue etched in like fucking beaten into metal or something, and then killer album. I know it can't anybody else hear it yet, but hey, I've heard it and I love it.
Man, thank you so much, and thanks for having me on the show. We're excited about the record. It's long overdue. It's been 27 years, so I know you and I had talked before, but
yeah. Man,
the record's out, and it'll be out August 9th, and we're excited for everybody to hear the entire record.
Oh yeah.
Because right now we've had Silver Lining out, and we had a video for How Does It Feel, which is doing very, very well actually.
Mm-hmm. I promote the shit out of it. You know that.
Man, I gotta tell you, we got our new video will be out August 2nd, and we've already shot it, and we're super excited about it. And
can you tell what it is yet?
Do what?
Can you tell what it is yet?
Man, I can't tell you what it is.
Well, I know.
Frontiers,
I just figured I'd ask anyway.
Rockstar
Junkie.
I could tell you, but I had to kill you. So,
well,
but it'll be announced soon.
Okay.
The video's really cool, though, man. It's different, obviously, than How Does It Feel. And man, we're excited to be back after 27 years because we didn't make the same record.
No.
For the most part, believe it or not, we're so excited that people that have loved what they've heard. We got a few stragglers out there that wanted the extension of what But, 27, Chris, like 27 years later, man, life has, life scars you in good ways and bad ways. And you just, as a writer, and this as a writer too, man, you have so much more to write about, than back in the day, man. It was just a big party for us.
Exactly.
We were in our early mid-20s, and now life has had a way of slapping you in the face, and there's just so much. We have families, we have kids and wives, and just life in general. So, when I wrote this record, I'm an honest writer. I like to think I am. I like to think that I write. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I try to write to where it's believable, because people can see through all the bull these days, man.
Oh yeah.
And there's so much more to write about. So yeah, I had a good time writing this record, and we had a great time recording the record, and we're just excited to be out. We just did a show with Warren this past weekend in Chattanooga, and it was just it was off the chain, basically, for probably, that's an old saying, but I mean,
hell no.
The crowd was insane, and just see people rocking out. It just makes you feel good that people are just so into rock and roll, man. And they really are, man. To look at people's faces and just for them, they're glad to be there.
Yeah.
And it makes you feel glad to be doing what you're doing, man. It's like,
exactly.
Especially for what we've been through and whatever, all the bands from that era, how they had to endure basically being pushed off the stage, so to speak. It was like, okay, you're not happening anymore. We're going to push you off the stage, and we're going to bring something else in. And what's weird is you go to these shows, and none of those people wanted you to be pushed off the stage. They were ready to stay and rock with you forever.
Oh yeah.
So it makes you feel good, and it makes you want to go back to get on the stage the next day. So that's the first thing Jeff, our guitar player, said when we were walking off stage. I put my arm around him, and I'm like, "Great show, buddy." He's like, "Man, can we do this tomorrow?" I was like, "Yeah,
hell yeah,
we need to. I want to."
Hey, real quick, I want to let everybody know. I'll turn it up more in the when I edit the podcast, but we're listening to the album in the background, or I am, and Scream is on right now. And dude, I got to tell you, that song to me has potential of being a single. I'm sure the label and y'all and everybody has their own ideas of what needs to be done, but yeah, it's got a very cool hook.
Man, I'm glad you just said that. I just got done doing an interview that's what they were talking about, and they said something about Scream too, and that was a song that was actually brought up. So what happened? So everybody knows what happened for this record is that. So Frontiers has been absolutely amazing to us, and we're so glad to be with them, and they've given us a canvas to get out and make records and play live and pretty much rejuvenate Roxy Blue. And but so what they do is they want to come out with 3 singles to kind of kickstart before the record hits.
Right.
So obviously, we did Silver Lining.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a really hard process, man, especially for me, because I'm so close to it. And so, everybody, they let everybody in the band kind of pick. The band picks the 3 that they think are going to come out first and what they want. And then they pick. And then we try to find a happy medium and go, okay, well, we know there's like 6 songs that we want released, but we got to start with 3. So, and they don't necessarily, to me, Silver Lining is not necessarily a radio pop type hit. It's a great rock song. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
The last song I wrote for the record, me and Sweeney actually wrote that from Saliva.
Oh, cool.
And then, and How Does It Feel was a no-brainer. I think everybody in Italy, our record company and us, we all decided, How Does It Feel is a definite. So we decided to go ahead and make a video for it. Scream was actually up for one of the first 3 songs. Mm-hmm. So was, Collide is another one.
Yes,
that
very good song.
The band wants to release. Mm-hmm. The next song that's coming out, I think we all kind of agreed that it kind of signifies. I wish I could tell you what it is.
I know what it is.
You'll know it about it. You'll know in about a week or two.
I know. I'm not going to say anything, but in my head, I feel, not my head, my heart, I feel I know what it is already. But I'm going to.
Okay. Well, it signifies where we were in rock and where we are now. So that's pretty much what it is. But Scream, I pushed for Scream.
Okay.
I was actually going to call the record Scream. And we decided on self-titled because we wanted to let the music do the talking. We just didn't. We've been tagged on every record with Want Some, and then the F&A records came out with the demos, and we had Want Some More, we had Stripped, we had Live at Night Moves, and Scotty T was just like, look, dude, why don't we just make a self-titled record? And that way, there's no tag on it. It's Roxy Blue. And it's all about the music. And I'm like, cool, let's do that. It was easier to do it that way. And but yeah, Scream is a song that I feel like the subject matter behind that song is really close to me, and especially being a dad or anybody that are parents out there, and you know, forget what you went through in life, but you see your kids, and and the world's a very mean place, man.
Yeah.
It can be very mean and very brutal, especially in school and everything. And I got to thinking about, that song is basically about not letting anyone dictate who you're going to be in life. You have to learn what you learn, but that song is about standing up for who you are. And you were put on this earth and, to be who you are and to be the best you could. And that's what Scream is about screaming and letting it out and not being in a shell and letting somebody else dictate what moves you make in life and how you're going to live your life and all that. You've got to stand up and be your own person. And in the long run, you become who you're meant to be. Yeah. And that's what the song's about. So thanks for liking that song, by the way.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Well, I mean, I like them all. Another one, and I'm listening to it right now, it's a badass rock song, and Human Race. I remember you telling me about that song the first time we interviewed a while back. That song's got balls, man. I love it.
Well, I mean... Thanks for saying that. Human Race is probably the ballsiest song on the record, but it's man, all you got to do is turn on your TV and watch the news for about 10 minutes, and that'll explain what Human Race is about.
Exactly.
Because I mean, it's
disturbing, not the song, but what we're actually going through. Yes.
It is disturbing. Yeah. I mean, it's disturbing that it's so negative and so. I think for the first time in a long time in this world, and I mean, I'm sure back in the day, my parents and your parents, I'm sure they all, with war and all that, they dealt with it too. But it's a very, very scary time in our world today. And but it just seems like every time you turn around, people, it's like you're I don't know how to say it. I guess, you have your freedom, but it's like you don't have your freedom, It's, you know what I'm saying? It's
your
like, you're always being put in a line. This is how it's got to be. And Human Race was just my way of kind of letting that out,
That's cool. Yeah,
I was very frustrated when I wrote that song.
Well, we do have freedom, but our freedom is dictated, and it comes with a price, unfortunately.
Right. Oh yeah, and I wanted to say this. So there's other songs on the record,
of course,
that we're thinking about releasing on our own.
Okay.
And Frontiers will release it, but we're thinking about doing it. All the guys in the band love Collide, and
that's a good
they
song.
love Collide because that song was when I wrote that song, it was 6 minutes long, dude, and Scotty T was like, dude, Scotty does a lot of studio work in Nashville and stuff, and he was like, man, this song could really be something. This song could be something. You got to get it down to 4 minutes, man. And I was like, oh, I got to get a 6-minute song down to 4 minutes. That's rough.
I think I remember you telling me something about that.
Yeah, and I never made it to 4 minutes, but it's not far. It's not far. But yeah, we're actually trying to come up with. We're working with 98 Max right now here in Memphis about doing a album release party and doing a big show here.
Okay.
And so yeah, we're gonna do some filming no matter what at it, and I'm thinking we're gonna the guys and I we've all decided we're gonna try to do try to shoot a video or get some footage for a video for Collide, and just, I mean, we just feel like it's a strong. I talked to Nick Peter from Frontiers yesterday and was telling him about it, saying, man, the new video is going to be great. They're waiting to see it, and I'm actually waiting to see the final cut. I should have it in a couple of days, but I told him, I'm like, man, I think we really want to do a video for Collide. We feel strong about it. And he was cool with it. I mean, things are going really good right now, so I think Frontiers is really, really behind us 100%. So
that's awesome.
We're just going to keep on motoring, dude, and doing what we're doing. The main thing is getting out and playing live, man. It's, I was talking to Anthony Quarter yesterday and from Tora, and he's, we were both just talking about how hard it is, compared to what it used to be. I mean,
yeah.
Used to, you had a record, it was a different time back then. Like, you had big time tour support, and you didn't really do anything except play music and tour. And these days, it's a lot different. As you know.
Well, today is
playing music yourself. You got to do your own promotion. I mean,
yeah.
Frontiers does great for us. Don't get me wrong; they're all over it. But there's a lot of self promotion, getting out and playing gigs. It ain't like back in the day where you can jump on a tour bus and go play for months on. Just go out and just leave, because it costs a lot of money to do that.
Yeah.
And if you don't have the tour support. And we're not talking about, $4,000 or $5,000, and we're talking about that in gas a week. So, so you have to work these things out. And we're in the process now. We're talking to a few booking agents about getting out. We've got a lot of people that want us to play, and we're trying to make that feasible. For us, it's not about making a whole lot of money. It's about not losing a bunch of money.
Exactly.
And because we love to play, of course you want to make money, but also we're going to try to reach out and try to get to as many places as we can and play, because that's the reason we're doing it in the first place. Because we want to get out and play live and have fun doing that. So we're just trying to work it out. And like me and Anthony were talking about, it's so hard to make that work. And you really got to work hard. You got to find your selective, how you're going to do it. It ain't like we're in the process now of getting someone that's going to take care of the things I'm doing, like taking care of hotels. And all, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I got a lot on my plate, man. I don't want to be the manager and so.
You're the den mother. That's what I call myself.
I mean, it gets rough on you after a while.
It
does.
Takes a toll.
But it's all for the good of rock and roll, and that's what keeps you going. And we're just glad to be back out. So hopefully we can get out and play as many places as we can. That's our main objective right now, is to get out and play as many places in the U.S. we can play. And then I talked to Frontiers yesterday about Japan, Italy, Sweden, and Australia. This morning's wanting us to come there. And let me tell you something. I'd be glad to go to any of those places and all. So my passport's ready, dude. It's updated. It's ready to go.
Hell yeah.
Are you going to Rockin' Pod?
No, damn it. I'm going to be in Mississippi for 2 shows on August 2nd and 3rd. We're playing Brandon, Mississippi, and we're playing Macomb, Mississippi. Then I come back home, so I can't physically, feasibly go to Rock. It sucks, man. I want to so bad, but I just can't seem to make it happen, So
well, we're actually gonna. So our record. So our new video come out August 2nd, and then our record comes out August 9th, and then we'll be in Nashville August 10th at the Rockin' Pod Expo, and we're actually gonna play 2 or 3 acoustic songs, and we're gonna do a meet and greet and hang out with everybody and do a bunch of podcasts and just kind of make a day of it. So.
Well, you know what?
If
I can't come and do it as a podcast guy because it costs too much money, but I may come just as a fan and just
you
hang out.
Come as my buddy and just come hang out with me.
There you go. Damn right. Hey.
Well, yeah, that's all I'm saying, man. Just drop by and say hi. You
know what? I may do that. I will see if I can do that. But I want to touch on something real quick too that you mentioned. About the music industry. Everything's changed. Y'all have changed. Just the whole thing. Today's music industry is a independent world, and if you think about that, independent is a big damn word. It has lots of meanings, and even your labels, 90%. I mean, Frontiers is independent. Label. It's a huge label, but they're still an independent label, and you still have to DIY. I want everybody to know that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, young kids that are just starting out. I mean, I'm sorry, it was a DIY when we first started. You know that, but it's even worse. But labels can help. They're not the be all end all, but they can help. So
well, what it is you only have a handful of the big record moguls now. You only have a handful of
and they're doing pop and country.
Yeah, and you know what? That's fine, and that's what they're doing. It's just the day of the humongous record labels everywhere is it's disintegrated basically.
They're dinosaurs,
and that's really sad. The internet had a lot to do with that.
Yeah, and
the world's just evolved, man, and it's moved. I wished, I managed that band Under the Radar. They're young kids like you're talking about. And I got to tell you, I told them, I'm like, I wish you guys could have experienced what I experienced, and that is to walk into a club and you play these places and you're building a following. And then you start having record labels come out and see you, and your goal is to kick ass, man. That's it, man.
Yes.
Put on the best show you can. And then if you're lucky, in which we were, you get a great record deal. Mm-hmm. And then that doesn't mean that your life is easy then. That means the work starts even more. But you have a company that's going to get out there and go to bat, and they're going to plaster your stuff everywhere in the world, and all you got to do is step up to the plate and do what you do best, and do thousands of interviews and do photo shoots and stuff. It is work, but it's fun. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's and the other thing that I see today that's different than back then is that I always say this, and I'll continue to say it. I was fortunate enough to see Sound City.
Yeah.
It was in Van Nuys. Mm-hmm. And I'm a Sound City guy. I believe in getting in a room with people and playing music. I believe in that. I believe in it 100%. I believe it makes you a better musician. It makes you a better person.
Amen.
To get in a room and rock out with 2 or 3 or 4, how many other people you're playing with, and make magic. And if you record that way and there's a mistake, you'll never repeat that mistake again, but it might have been the best emotional feeling you ever felt in your life.
Amen.
So the difference in that in today, and I do understand that you got Pro Tools and you've got to keep up with the Joneses today. That's just the way it is, and we use Pro Tools on this record. But the thing is that these days everything moves really fast. People want to get it out fast. They got to move it fast because there's so many people doing the same thing. So the problem with it is you got a lot of people out there that can go in their bedroom and they can make a record, and maybe they can't support it live. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's computer generated, and it might sound pretty good, but hey, guess what? You got a live gig. Well, hey, man, wait a minute. I need to put a band together, man, and try to learn how to play this stuff. That's disturbing to me.
It is.
Because to me, it takes away everything that is good to me about rock and roll. Emotion is everything. And to me, the greatest feeling in the world is to connect with another musician with 2 instruments or 3 instruments or whatever it is. And you know how it is, man. There's a feeling like no other.
I know.
And I applaud anyone who's playing music in any way. I do. I mean, it's a great way to express yourself. I guess what I'm saying is I'm not really trying to down anybody by it. I'm just saying I wished more people would pick up the instruments and play them. And that's one thing I do like about the School of Rock and all that stuff they have.
Yes. I have a friend that just opened one down in Lafayette, Louisiana. He's had his own school for years called Acadiana of the Arts, but he decided to open it as reopen it, and man, he is kicking ass. I mean, he's always had 300 or 400 students, but it's like ridiculous now, So, amen for him, round of applause.
Yes. Well, what that does is it allows people to, it just allows people to play music. It allows kids to actually learn how to play their instruments.
Exactly.
So, are you hanging it? I got, hang on just a second.
Okay.
No, you keep on going. Keep on going. I'm dealing with, craziness right now. So.
That's fine.
No, I guess my wife's beeping in. I told her I had 15 interviews today. So
yeah, mine was calling me just a minute ago, and I'm sending a message going,
well, they must have been talking to each other. So.
Yeah. Well, okay. Todd, man.
All right, cool. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Cool.
Was I live just then? That's great.
Yeah. So, but
that's good. So everybody knows.
You're real.
So everybody knows that I'm a real human being.
That's right.
Hell
yeah, man. Well, you know what, Todd? It's been awesome, man. I'm gonna let you go because I know you got another one coming up here in just a second. But it's been awesome. The new album rocks ass. Listen to Silver Lining right now. Nope. You know what? Rockstar Junkie just took over. So. I know.
Well, hey, listen. I appreciate you having me, man. And I'll see you in Memphis, right?
Yes. You see me in Memphis, but also I'm gonna try my damnedest to get to Nashville, man. So.
Well, hey, man, if not, so I'll just hit me up when you're coming to Memphis, man, and I'll do my best to be there.
All right, that'll work.
Man, thanks a lot, Chris.
Hey, appreciate you. Have a good one.
Peace.
All right. Oh, hell yeah. I want to thank Mr. Todd Poole from Roxy Blue. That's right, the lead singer of Roxy Blue, Mr. 16-foot jumper. Yeah, for coming on the show again, and definitely to promote that new album, man, self-titled Roxy Blue. And, of course, you are listening to this after the new single and video dropped, and it was Rockstar Junkie, as I predicted at the first of the show. I'm so damn good at this. But anyway, thanks, Todd, man. Enjoyed it. Hell of a time. Definitely go and check them out if they get out on the road near you. And go get that out.